What three things do I want you to take away from the first two topics? First, the terms morals and ethics have similar meanings but differ in the following way. Moral is a term used to describe someone who has the capacity, that is, the free will, to make a value judgment and thus distinguish right conduct from wrong conduct, while ethics refers to the actual study and analysis of what constitutes good or bad conduct. Second, professional ethics has come to mean, by definition, specific behaviors as either right or wrong within a given profession. Take, for example, the shooting video you watched. The act itself of shooting the suspect is judged as good or bad. The act, whether good or bad, however, does not address the total person, or the sum of a person's actions in every aspect of life. Thus, professional ethics usually restricts attention to areas of behaviors relevant to a person's profession, like law enforcement, while moral behavior usually focuses on a person's values in every sphere of one's life, i.e., is the person kind, generous, honest, sympathetic, loving, caring, etc. Ultimately, a conflict may arise between professional ethical behavior and personal moral behavior. This source of conflict often then gives rise to dilemmas, such as the decision to arrest your father for driving under the influence. Third, think about the shooting video you watched and the officer's decision to shoot or not shoot. Examine the officer's dilemma based on two ethical concepts discussed in your textbook: deontological and teleological. Deontological ethical systems are concerned solely with the inherent nature of the act being judged. Making a deontological decision in this situation means it does not matter if the suspect is shot while complying with the officer's orders. It only matters that the decision to shoot be based entirely on the officer's goodwill. In deontological terms, the consequence of shooting an unarmed man is right if the judgment to shoot is based entirely on factual goodwill. Contrast this with a teleological analysis of the shooting, where only the consequences can be used to determine if the act is right. If the shooting was judged using a teleological analysis where the subject was in fact unarmed, then the existence of goodwill, the factual belief, would not matter. For shooting any unarmed person would always be wrong, despite any factual goodwill to the contrary. This is why you often read about officers not being criminally charged for shooting an unarmed person. For if a shooting of an unarmed person is judged based solely on goodwill, usually a factual belief that the suspect is about to use deadly force against him or another person, the district attorney determines the act to be lawful or right. On the other hand, if the district attorney were to make the judgment of whether to file charges against the officer for shooting an unarmed person based solely on the consequence of the act rather than what he believed or his goodwill, then the district attorney would have to file criminal charges. Please continue to review the textbook material, determining moral behavior, as we will use the concepts found to evaluate other dilemmas in criminal justice.